you know, I'm Garfield Watt, I'm a Wing Chun specialist, and we're talking about conditioning of the arms today, right? And I can bring Sheldon here to describe it with me. Now the arms, can you come back to me? The arms, there's two different things. We've got the inner arm here, and the outer arm. The outer arm, for either a man or a woman, will always be strong. The inner arm is weak. How do you get to the inner arm? Anybody that throws a punch, look, there's my inner arm. Anybody throws a punch, there's my inner arm. But what happens, it comes to the hand, they got the outer arm. Yeah, the outer arm. But it's the inner arm that brings somebody from the hook, throw a hook at me. You see the inner arm? Now, this inner arm is, you can basically, I don't care who you are, you cannot develop this inner arm. You cannot, because we all develop the outer. It's impossible to develop the inner. Impossible. I don't care who you are, anybody tells me that they've developed this part of the arm, I'll say you're incredible. Because the human body, this is where all the nerve system is. So you cannot develop. Here is where all the muscle is and the bone. This is what can get strong, but you cannot develop this. You can develop the side of it, which I will talk about today. You can develop this, but you can't develop this. Alright? So when somebody throws a punch at you, you block like this, against here. And I'm guaranteeing he will tell you he's hurting him right now because he cannot develop it. So with the hands, as a woman or a man, remember Wing Chun is basically good for smaller people. Don't get twisted. A big guy like Sheldon can do Wing Chun, which he's doing now. But smaller people, like you'll see, I've got a smaller guy here that can do Wing Chun, and you'll find that this part of the inner arm cannot get strong. Only the back part of the arm. So you have the outer and the inner, but you also have the sides.
So Garth, how do you use that then? How do you use that in breaking down your opponent?
So when you're basically working on, when you're breaking down your opponent, these are called edges. Right. Outer edge and the inner edge and the outer edge.
Yeah, but how do you use it in a fight?
How do I use it in a fight? It's like a chopping.
So show me how you think you're going to use that in a fight. Like, how is that going to be crucial?
All right. So Sheldon is going to throw a punch. So you see, I've got the inner side of his arm. I'm doing this side so the camera can see. Throw my punch. So punch me, please, sir. There. So I've gone against. He's going to inner. So I'll use the inner. So I use the inside punch. I use the inner chop. Remember, I told you this is where the strength is in your arm. Against his weak area here. So you could be big, 6'5", does weight training every day. I don't care how much weights you say you pick up, you cannot develop this part of the arm.
So what advantage does it give you getting in?
So what it does, it shuts his muscles down.
Right.
It shuts his muscles down. That's one. Two, I can destroy him.
Right.
And no matter how strong he thinks he is, I could cripple his arm.
Okay.
Because that's where all the nerves are. Unless you're not human. Alright? So throw a punch again. Right. So how do you see how I used it? I didn't do a normal inside punch, so I shook this way. So I brought this strong part of my muscle up. So if you do this to your hand, you'll find this muscle here gets stronger.
And you're saying you get in after that, after you hit him, you're going to move in?
Of course, because we're Wing Chun, so we'll go. And then look, his nose is broken. Now, he's still got this hand, he can still use his hand, so I'll throw two punches. And there you go.
So how do you get your arms conditioned to do that? Well, is there a sort of drill, is there a sort of kind of method to get your arms conditioned for that sort of war?
Well, how we do it in my school, and how Victor can obviously from Yitnan, and they've been doing it for years, we do a thing called Gang Sao Tan Sao, which we both learn how to develop. But even though we do Gang Sao Tan Sao, you still can't do the inner arm. Gang Sao Tan Sao develops the outer, the ridge.
So how does that look? I mean, how do you do it against
I'll show you. So you Gang Sao here, this one go here, so these two areas hit together. Now, so it stops everybody, so you develop this, then you come up here, he comes up and I go this position. Then you come back down and we go back to Gang Sao. So not only am I doing both areas here, so watch again, start. 1, 2, 3. Other hand.
And you switch arms.
Sorry, a bit slow here. Fix yourself properly, please, sir. Fix yourself properly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come to me, come close to me. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
So as you're doing it, Garth, how long do you keep going? How long do you keep that up for?
As long as he can. When he says, or when I say, we're hurting, because this hurts. So you only can do it for so long, and then you say, "I stop," and it's like you're conditioning. This is called conditioning.
How many years have you been doing this, Garth? Conditioning your arms?
Long time. You do it all the time. Now, not only can you stop, very good, thank you. Not only do you do it like this, you can actually do it against a door frame. Say I'm at home, like I've been at home many times, and I haven't got a training partner. How can I do it? And I haven't got a wooden dummy. So let me show you. Here's a wooden frame. Yeah? Not a very good frame because this is outside, right?
Pretty sharp, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty. So how do you do it? When you got sharp areas like these, you don't want to put your hand here and chop. You see, you cut my hand. So you don't want to do it. So what you do, you go against the flat areas here. So you go. Now, how do I do the other side? So you turn it to tansa. So the hands face this. We call this tansa, where the palm faces the sky. Tansa, and you do the same move here. Back to here. Back to here.
And what, Garth? You do that every day, or?
You do it as much as you can. You don't want to do it too much because this is your arms. You don't want to, this is blood. So what you're basically trying to do, you're trying to make the blood flush, relax it. Make the blood flush, relax. If you do it too often, you can damage yourself.
Right.
So you got to understand how and when and how to do it.
And understand your body.
Understand your body, because you don't want to keep doing it before you know you could damage yourself. This takes time. So now, when you've done that, then you go back to your training partner, because now you've got your training partner. Pull your arms up. Now we're going to do it properly now.
This is hurting, by the way.
Do you want to change? Do you want to change, Andrew?
Yeah,
you want to do?
I'll come in.
Pull your arm up, please. Again, so this is new pro. So we're going to do it a bit harder, a bit faster.
Normally after a couple of minutes, Garth will gives up, but you know what I mean? Today, for the video purposes, I'll give him the benefit of that.
Anyway. Forward. So you're doing this until somebody says stop. So the harder you do it, the harder you do it.
Say stop, Sean.
You understand? So more you do it. This is all to do developing. This is to get your arms stronger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do 3. Stop moving your body, please, sir.
I know.
See, look at me. This structured, correct.
Sometimes I'm doing this, I move so much, I'm like Michael Jackson in his prime.
But like I said, this eventually it will turn down. All right, stop.
Thank you, Garth.
All right. Do you understand? So you got to be careful. Come here, Ange.
Yeah.
You mustn't do gansa against the nervous area. This, after a while, will break your arm, your blood supply. And it could really hurt you.
He's got a point, especially if you've been drinking the night before.
All right, so basically, this is where you're trying to develop. Here and here. So as you can see, the bruising here, here. There. So, again, you see, he's got, when he did the last one, he went right across my arm. The soft part, what can't be developed. You see there, look. So that is where he's just done it. So this is what he's just done. Show the movement. There. See? Stop. Do it. Stop. So the strong part of his muscle, look, see, relax it. See, it's gone. So when he does this muscle bone comes out, and that's what you're blocking with. So when he go there, see, and again, so he's using the strongest part against my weakest part. So automatically, whether it's a woman or whatever, I'm in pain. So, but in Wing Chun, we don't look to just break your arm. That's not the issue. The issue is to stop you. Yes, it always hurts you, so you don't throw up. You don't throw a punch again. But the next move is after I done that, he will move in to hit me. There you go. See, there he's hit me. Do you understand? Right?
Opens the door, basically.
That's right. So if the door's shut, you've got to open the door to come through it. You understand me? So.
Nice, Bob.
Subscribe to my channel. It could save your life.